Yesterday, I left a poll on my community tab that let you guys pick today's video. You chose unique money-making methods. However, while recording this, I accidentally discovered a farm that can make over 1.5 million coins an hour, and up to double that with the right skill levels and pets. I decided to make this farm its own video, since it seems most people don't know about this overpowered farm. If you enjoy what you see, leave a like on the video, drop me a sub, and ring the bell for good luck. I leave all the goods in the description, so check there for useful information, and join my Discord to stay up to date with the community. It's also a fun place to hang out. Thanks, and enjoy the video. I was checking the bazaar to see if any items were profitable. I already knew about the pumpkin to farmer boots flip and was looking for something more like that. After scrolling through the menu, something caught my eye. The most expensive crop was Nether Wart. I instantly went to the Blazing Fortress to compare how many pieces of Nether Wart I would get per block compared to pumpkin. On average, each pumpkin block gave me 2.5 pumpkins, and Nether Wart gave me 5 wart. And since Nether Wart sold for much more than pumpkins did to the bazaar, I knew this had potential. The first step to making the best Nether Wart farm was to come up with a design. At first, I thought it was simple, as just covering my entire island in soul sand, since Nether Wart can only be placed on soul sand, no water, extra space, or anything. However, while this design allows for the most Nether Wart to be placed, it makes it very slow to mine, since you're already slow on soul sand since Skyblock's on 1.8 and we don't have the soul speed enchantment. And since you could only break one line of crops at a time while most farms let you break 2. This design wouldn't work, and I would need to come up with something better. I started experimenting with horizontal flight, to see if you were able to stay up to speed with old farm designs, while also breaking a single line of Nether Wart. This still isn't quite practical, since the farm would be less effective mining just one row. We need a design that allows the player to break multiple rows of crops at once, to provide maximum profits. After dozens of tests, I found the optimal design. The key is to make your farm 5 blocks wide and as long as possible. Then, skip one row for air, and make another 5 block thick rectangle. Since you could break about 2.5 blocks horizontally at max speed, if you flew facing the Nether Wart on each side of the rectangle, you would break every block in the farm. This makes it slightly more efficient than a pumpkin farm. All that's left to do is make it as big as possible. One major flaw came up while extending the length of my farm. Soul sand is actually the worst thing to try and make. The steps in order to make it include purchasing sand, sugarcane, brown mushrooms, and spider eyes from the bazaar. Then, craft the sugarcane into sugar, and make fermented spider eyes out of the mushrooms, sugar, and spider eyes. Next, you will need to use the trade menu in order to combine the sand and fermented eyes into soul sand. And after all that work, you can only make 640 soul sand each day. That's enough for like 1 or 2 rows of the farm. Real life days, by the way, I checked. So you need to go around asking people to craft it for you, and half the people will just steal your stuff and sell it right back to the bazaar. Nonetheless, the effort is worth it. Now that you have your farm, how much does it make? And what items and tools can we use to make the very most of it? For starters, you're going to want a hoe, and enchant it with Harvesting 5 and Telekinesis. Harvesting 5 gives a 62.5% chance for double crops. This is how we get so many more crops than people farming pumpkins and sugarcane. The easiest way is just to put it in an enchantment table and enchant it at a high level, since the books on Auction House are like 50,000 coins each. Another critical enchantment you may have saw was a new one added to the game in a recent update. This is called Replenish. It acts like a second hand that replaces crops as you break them, effectively saving you half the time since you won't need to replant them by hand. This enchantment costs a bit over 1 million coins and requires 16 cookies, but this is most important to making the farm work as well as it does. This is the part of the video where half of you are about to click off. If you want, click the card in the top right to learn about the best setups for every dungeon class, or keep watching because in the next 3 minutes, you'll be making over 2 million coins an hour. How about that? The last item you will want before I show you exact profits per hour of this farm is a personal compactor. Doesn't matter what tier, you just need one. Make sure to put enchanted Nether Wart in it so you don't run out of inventory space when farming. This is critical to performance as you won't need to run to the bazaar every minute to drop off an inventory. Make sure to get one of these, they are pretty cheap. Let's show you how much profit this farm makes, before getting into a way to double what I'm about to show you. I'll speed up footage of running through this farm for exactly 60 seconds. Then we will multiply our profits by 60 to get an estimate of our coins per hour. This is sped up footage of exactly 1 minute of farming. I've sped it up by 4 times, so you only have to sit through 15 seconds of this, since it's definitely not interesting to watch. Alright, ready to see the profits? It's your boy, Unscripted Toad. Alright, let's go take a look at how much this farm makes and we'll do the calculations live for you. So here we go. In 1 minute we made 23,710 coins. Instant selling to the bazaar. If you sold it without instant selling, then you would probably make a little bit more. But if we did that, so we take, what was that again? 23,702 coins. If we multiply that by 60, we get 1.4 million coins. Now, I did promise that there is a way to get 2 million coins, and I'll tell you right now there's a way to get 3 million. So let's take a look at some ways to speed up this farm and maximize your profits. Now, if you are a total farming noob, like myself, this farm will make just shy of 1.5 million coins an hour. However, if you have any sort of decent farming level, you'll be making 4% more coins for each farming level you are above me. As you can see, I'm only farming 23, so you can already straight up double the potential profit by maxing out your farm level. However, that is of course rather unreasonable. But if you can work your way up to farming 30, you will yield 28% more crops per hour, and therefore 28% more coins. This brings our total to 1.8 million an hour with farming 30, and well, just shy of 3 million an hour with farming 50. But there's one more thing we can do. If you didn't know, there's a pet called the elephant pet, and a level 100 elephant pet has the 25% chance to produce double crops. Something to note with this pet is its effect takes place at the end of when you get materials for breaking a crop. Meaning if you were to get 8 nether wart because of your high farming level, you would have a 25% chance to get 16. This increases your total profit by up to 25%. Let's look at a reasonable level first, say level 80. This will yield a 20% profit gain. Combine this with farming 30, and your profits will be 2.2 million an hour. And for the truly dedicated, top of the line, level 50 farmers and the level 100 elephant pet, you can make just about 3.7 million coins an hour farming nether wart. Is that enough to make you consider the switch? One last small note before I end the video, obviously this farm gives no alchemy EXP and no farming EXP, so if you're looking to raise your farming level, this is not the best farm for you. This farm is purely for people looking to make a few million coins every single hour. Alright, so yeah, for the people who are going to comment that, there you go. Thanks for watching today's video, and my apologies in advance if nether wart tanks in price. If you enjoyed what you saw and found it helpful, consider subscribing. It's free, and you could always unsubscribe later. The battle against YouTube for small channels is difficult, and it would mean the world if you click that button. It only takes a few seconds. I try to post unique Skyblock guides every day to help players succeed the most in the game, so ring the bell to learn the information before anyone else. Thanks again, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.